Hello, my name is Christopher Pepsicki, and this is homework 2. So question 1 is seen here. It will display the image that I have selected as the background of the web page with my name as the heading. And I also wrote in a text little blurb that will say it'll fix image to the bottom right. The background image will be fixed in the bottom right corner, and it is a picture of pancakes. Now we can move on to question 2. When we render this code by a web browser, it will just display two headings. So question 2, with the styles defined as H2 for my name, with styles defined as H3, and the headings will have padding, a border, and a margin applied using the CSS styles. Question 3, this program will display two columns side by side. The columns in themselves will have a border, and the background color will be a light blue. And each column contains a paragraph of text and being able to edit those. Question 4, it will display a heading of "Here are my favorite sites" in a green color. Below the heading, there will be a list of 4 paragraphs, each containing a link to a different website. So I used what was an example from the textbook, so Facebook, Twitter, Foursquare, and Google. The links will have no underline decoration. However, when you hover over, the background color of the links will change to red. And I did this by doing a CSS styles definition. Question 5. Hold on 1 second. Sorry for this. Question 5. Hit under my thing. Right. So all question 5 is it will create the the WebKit with the properties of how it's followed in the output page. Question 6, it will display 3 elements side by side, each with a unique style, each with a red background, and inside of the background is going to be the amount of rounding that the border or the border position is. So it starts off with slightly rounded, more rounded, and then moves on to a complete circle. Question 7, it's right here, will display a div element with the size of 400 by 400. The background will have a gradient effect that starts with the color that I've created. And instead of using names for colors, I thought it'd be more interesting to start introducing the color codes. So the HTML color codes that I used. So they range all across the map because I did just choose random colors. Because I thought it would be more fun that way. Question 8, which is right here. We'll create a flexbox layout with 4 boxes that we have now switched to arrange vertically instead of horizontally. Each of the box contains an image and a description that was pulled from the textbook. And when hovering over said box, the width increases and the background color will change. Sorry, that was 9. I am sorry. I'll move up to question 8 again. Question 8 is this one, and this was the animation, which will create just a green square that will go across the page and then come back and go across the page infinitely until I close down the web browser. So now we can go down. This is the Flexbox one with all of the information from the textbook. Now question 10, which is this one, goes all the way down to here. This will kind of create a simple image gallery with the 4 images that I used, and they're displayed in a row across the screen. And when you hover over them, they're going to increase by 30%. And I did this by using the the CSS transformations information that we used here. Question 11. This now is using JavaScript, which will then create just a simple web page with the input field for the user to enter the radius of a circle. And after clicking the calculate button, the JavaScript itself will run and calculate the diameter, circumference, and the area based on whatever radius the user input. Question 12, which is here. We have initialized the ability for a user to enter two numbers, and clicking the check button triggers the JavaScript code that runs it and will check if the first number is square to the second number. And I use the window.alert and result text to be able to put it in an alert screen. So the result is showed using the window alert on the last line here. And question 13 is kind of going back to creating tables, but using JavaScript instead. So this table dynamically is using JavaScript, and the table displays the numbers. Then on the next side, it'll display squares and then cubes for the values 6 through 11. And that is that.